I'm really pleased to be here this morning with Steven Crumblehulme, who is, and that is a wonderful name, who is the owner of Pillowsprays.co.uk. And this morning we're going to talk about the role of essential oils in better sleep. Yeah. So Steven, tell me.
about aromatherapy.
Yeah, and aromatherapy. Yeah.
So aromatherapy essentially is a kind of a natural treatment method that uses essential oils that have been extracted from aromatic plants. And these essential oils are believed to have medicinal kind of properties, but they can also help to influence the brain, mind, and body. And they can work on a number of levels, but it tends to be mostly absorption through the skin, because they can then get through the pores into the bloodstream and affect the nervous system, for example, or through inhalation, which is what kind of these products work by, where through smelling the scents, the molecules in the scent kind of get into your respiratory system that can then go into the bloodstream still, the brain, and can release kind of neurotransmitters like serotonin, and can help to alter the nervous system, which for sleep is a really good benefit, because often problems with sleep can be attributed to anxiety, which is connected to the sympathetic nervous system being a bit too active.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
That from a plant that we can extract those kind of substances that have that effect on our bodies and our brains, more importantly. Yeah.
And there's still a lot of research to be done, because whilst we can show that these effects happen scientifically, there's still not much understanding as to exactly how that happens, but it does happen.
So what kind of effects would you expect to see then when people use a pillow spray?
So what we've found, and what also a lot of the research has started to show, is that the use of essential oils in a pillow spray, so sprayed on your pillows or on your linen in the bedroom, can really help to stimulate or heighten the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms everything down, so slows your heart rate down. You have more better kind of exhalation of breath, so your breathing is a lot calmer. Your mind then calms down, and it has this sedative effect. So not only it can benefit in terms of getting to sleep faster, you tend to also stay asleep for longer, and the waking periods tend to be less frequent. Wow. So that's obviously really, really beneficial. But also at the same time, because it's kind of regulating the other parts of the nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system seems to just go away or calm down. And it's turned off, and the parasympathetic is the one that's more active.
Wow. So from my perspective as a hypnotherapist, when people come to me and they're having trouble sleeping, which is actually in most of my clients, one of the things that I aim to help them do is to have better REM sleep, so rapid eye movement sleep, where, as we know, all of that sort of reorganization of information happens, so that you wake up feeling refreshed and able to go on with the day. So do essential oils have a benefit for REM sleep? I guess they do, as you're saying, they keep you asleep for longer.
Yes, because as you know, REM sleep is something that happens later on in the sleep cycle. So initially, the first few hours are your kind of non-REM sleep, and then REM tends to happen in more the early hours of the morning, close to waking. So because essential oils have been found to kind of keep you asleep for longer, it means that you are much more likely to enter a REM period. And so you then reap the benefits of REM sleep, which is feeling emotionally better, having an increased sense of well-being, because REM sleep seems to be really good for processing all of that. So if there's any kind of trauma or upset, REM sleep is a really good way of kind of cleansing that.
Yeah. So that means that if you've had an argument with somebody the day before, instead of waking up thinking, oh, I still don't know what to do about it, you wake up thinking, oh, why was I bothered about that?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem as bad.
Fantastic. That sounds like a massive benefit. So I know that you've got your full range of pillow sprays there with you. Do you want to show us what you've got?
Yeah, so this is our kind of full collection. So it's not very many. but there seems to be something for everyone. So we have two that have lavender in, because lavender is the most commonly associated essential oil with sleep. So we've got a lavender and rose geranium.
Is that
And
for good reason, Stephen, that the lavender is most commonly associated with sleep?
well, so the component in essential oils that is linked to sleep is linalool. And lavender does have a high concentration of linalool compared to some other essential oils. So that's one of the reasons. But also, lavender is just more widely available and a cheaper essential oil compared with something like neroli, which also has a high concentration of linalool. But for something like neroli, there's only certain parts of the world where it's grown usually, and from seed to extraction, it's usually around 5 years.
Wow.
Whereas lavender it's a lot faster, the process to get it. As a result, because it's found in lots of parts of the world, it's cheaper, more readily available. I think people have just become more familiar with it, and so they associate sleep with lavender. But yeah, it does have a higher concentration of linalool, so that really helps.
So the first one was lavender and
rose geranium. And linalool is also in rose geranium. It's in a lot of the kind of flowery essential oils. And then lavender and mandarin.
Wow.
Is the lavender one.
Gosh, I wish this was smelly vision.
And then the others. So we've got one that's sweet orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and lime. Because when I was kind of asking people about what kind of pillow spray scents they might like, what essential oils they like, there is a group of people that really don't like lavender. They don't like the smell, and if it's got lots of linalool in it, it's not necessarily going to help you sleep if you just think that doesn't smell nice.
No.
So you've got to have other scents, I think, for people to enjoy. And these also have linalool as part of their structure. Our other one is neroli, rose geranium, and frankincense.
Frankincense.
And then bergamot and frankincense. So yeah, hopefully something for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you have one that's most popular?
The lavender and rose geranium is definitely most popular, and so as a result, that's the one that's the cheapest one, because we get through so much of it, and people really like that one. So
do you actually make it?
No. So initially, I was coming up with blends, and this is before lockdown, because it was an idea that I had that I wanted to develop. But lockdown has kind of forced the process. So I'd already got the containers, I'd had them tested, but then I found a company that can produce them en masse for me, in terms of put all the oils into the blends, they then ship them back to me, and I put everything in. So I decant everyone, I label everyone, I write the batch number, put the atomizers in, do all the website, the post runs every day. So yeah, they arrive in big containers for me, but then after that, it's all hand batched.
Do you ever fall asleep in the afternoon?
Yeah, because if I get it on my hands, because it's getting into my bloodstream, then yeah, I'm at least very relaxed.
Yeah, very relaxed. Yeah, lovely. That's fantastic. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about, or have we covered it mainly?
I think just that obviously, there's lots of other things that can help with sleep, which I'm sure you're well aware of as well. But the use of essential oils is a really good way of helping to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system. But also, there's a bit of psychology involved in that. If you do experience that you're feeling calmer, that you're sleeping better, there's a kind of classical conditioning that starts to take place, whereby you associate that smell with getting to sleep more easily, staying asleep, having a better night's sleep. And so then the effect can increase as a result of that conditioning. So it's not just about the power of the essential oil, it's about the psychology that that is associated with that.
Yes, and that's something we have spoken about on the Sleep Academy, setting the intent for sleep. And I spoke about it with Deborah Price earlier in the week as well. That hour before bed, when you perhaps have a bath, you put on your nice crisp pajamas,
Yeah.
maybe you might have a milky drink, or maybe you have a herbal tea or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you spray your pillow and your bed linen, and
Yeah.
that really tells you that that is what is happening, that you're ready for sleep, rather than what some of us get into a habit of doing, which is rushing around doing all the last minute jobs, checking our phone in the last 5 minutes and all of that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have a good effect on getting to sleep or staying asleep. But this,
that's right.
This beautiful kind of calming ritual that includes essential oils, really beneficial.
Yeah, and it's all natural. You know, that's the other good thing about it, not having to resort to sleeping pills, and you know, which often can do more harm than good, because they don't give you the same. They give the illusion of sleep.
That's it.
But not the kind of the deep sleep that you need. So hopefully, you know, these kinds of things will allow people more natural routes to getting a good night's sleep.
Fabulous. And so where can people buy your pillow sprays?
So we have a website, www.pillowsprays.co.uk. And at the minute, because we've only just started in the last few months, there's lots of introductory offers and discounts available. So if you go to the website, you can see the kind of prices slashed and discount codes, etc. So
Fantastic. Great. We'll make sure we tell everybody about that. Thank you so much. That was really informative and lovely. And I'm going to go straight onto the website now. And I think the one with patchouli in sounded perfect for me.
Yeah, it's a very nice one.
Yeah, lovely. And because that had frankincense in as well, did it?
That one doesn't have frankincense. It has lime, sweet orange, and ylang ylang. So it's quite a complex one. It's quite a nice deep scent, but that is getting quite a lot of good reviews at the minute.
Yeah.
And if you buy more than one, so you end up spending more than say £15, you get free delivery included. So
excellent. That's a great incentive. Yeah. Brilliant, Stephen. Thanks ever so much.
You're welcome.
And well, I hope that we'll speak again sometime, and good luck with the business, because it's wonderful, and anything that can help people sleep is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you
very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Let's just stop recording.